coronavirus because we do have a lot to cover for you this morning. First, let's talk about the numbers. The death toll from COVID-19 has topped 1,000 in the U.S. Another 69,000 people have confirmed cases, though experts continue to warn those are just the ones we know about through testing. Now here in Texas, the latest statewide numbers as of last night show 974 cases and 12 deaths. The virus is now in 82 counties. That's a big jump from this time yesterday. And locally, the number of positive cases is going up. There are 349 cases in the Houston area, and that number will continue to grow as more people get tested. And Fort Bend County will open its first site today. Michelle Choi is live with what you need to know. Michelle, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Steph. You know, this test site here is set to open at 8 this morning, but we're not going to give you the location. That's because not just anyone can show up here to get tested. First of all, you need to be qualified, and unlike the test sites in Harris County and Houston, this one is not for free. However, the process itself is pretty much similar. Take a look. Before showing up, you have to go through an initial phone screening by calling this number, 281-238-7870. Only those who meet certain criteria, such as those who are experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, are considered high risk, or have been exposed to someone with the virus, will be given further instructions on how and where to go to get tested. If you're paying out of pocket, it costs $100. If you have insurance, your insurance company will be billed. Now, we're told test results could take anywhere between 24 to 48 hours. Again, guys, if you do not have that initial phone screening, if you show up here, you will be turned away. For a full list of testing sites, you can visit our website at KHOU.com. Guys, back to you.
Michelle Choi there live in Fort Bend County. A change of plans from Houston ISD and hundreds of families. The district is putting its food distribution program on hold. That's our Janelle Fort is joining us live now. And Janelle, families, they need those meals. Why the change?
Yeah, Xavier, and you know, we were out there at one of those food distribution sites about 2 weeks ago when they first started doing this. And to be honest with you, these sites were filled with people clustered together, exactly what health officials warn against as we collectively work to flatten the COVID-19 curve. Take a look at some video we got when we were out there. You can see it for yourself. People were not keeping that 6-foot distance, and frankly, there was just a ton of people crowded at these locations. HISD says the way they've been operating these food distribution sites isn't conducive to social distancing, so they are now reevaluating their process for safely delivering this service to students and families. As we know, more than 30 million kids nationally rely on schools for a healthy meal daily, and that was one of the big concerns when schools closed because of COVID-19. The district says they've served thousands of families in the past 2 weeks, but as coronavirus precautions intensify, they want to make sure they're not putting people at risk. In the meantime, they're urging folks to take advantage of other food distribution programs. The city of Houston is operating a curb-style meal program at 47 community centers around the city. And of course, the Houston Food Bank, you see it behind me, they've got 250 locations where they're providing assistance. Sending it back to you guys.
All right, good to know there are some other locations while they wait for that to reopen. Now for today's big story. Your cash is on the way, and that's the promise Congress made to help Americans during this coronavirus crisis. Last night, the Senate passed a $2.2 trillion relief package, an effort to keep the economy afloat. The bipartisan bill is now in the hands of the House. So here's the breakdown for those who qualify. Individuals who earn up to $75,000 or less get a $1,200 check. Married couples making up to $150,000 a year get $2,400. And if you have kids, you'll get $500 per child. While that may sound like a good idea to some, not everyone in Congress agrees.
This is not even a stimulus package. It is emergency relief.
These benefits will be much easier to access and will be expanded to include part-time, self-employed, freelancers, and gig economy workers.
President Trump says he's ready to sign that stimulus bill as soon as it passes in the House. A House vote could come as early as today.
Your Rush Block continues, starting with new rules to stop the spread across the Houston area.
Brazoria County is the latest to issue a stay safe at home order. It takes effect at 6 p.m. today. The city of Pearland issued its own order. Meantime, Montgomery County put new restrictions on businesses, but stopped short of ordering people to stay home.
Harris County's Stay Home Work Safe order covers 16 sectors deemed critical. Many non-essential businesses have closed, but crucial ones considered essential remain open. Under Public Works, for instance, maid services can operate because they maintain the safety, sanitation, and essential operations of residences. Farmers markets and grocery stores do not have to close. Restaurants serving food through takeout or delivery are also considered essential at this time.
Houston billionaire Tillman Fertitta temporarily lays off 40,000 workers. That's about 70% of his company's employees. Fertitta told Bloomberg News he wants authorities to allow businesses to reopen at a limited capacity in a couple of weeks. Hundreds of thousands of medical-grade masks in a Houston warehouse were just sold at auction. The winners say they were buying the masks to give away to local hospital workers, nursing homes, and first responders. But right now, they're in limbo. The auction is the subject of a price gouging investigation. All of the masks were sold for well above retail price. Rushing to get a vaccine. In Maryland, scientists hope to start testing this fall.
Vaccines have traditionally had an 8 to 10 year time frame for development. Clearly that's not a scenario that's acceptable here.
And that's your Rush Block on this Thursday morning.
We know social distancing is challenging. It can be really hard to stay away from our friends and families, even though we've been told that we need to. There's a reason for that. Janelle Bluta connects the dots.
Most of us have been ordered to stay home and stay safe, and we are doing just that. But some people seem to not be listening, and that might be the fault of human nature. Let's connect the dots. The news that a small segment of the population is defying social distancing orders comes as no surprise to psychologists, sociologists, and health experts. They blame a number of factors. The first problem is collective experience. During past threats, we have been told to keep calm and carry on. Since we haven't had to deal with a global pandemic like this in our lifetimes, our first instinct is to react like past threats. The other problem is humans are pretty terrible at assessing risk. We tend to operate under something called optimism bias, believing bad things are more likely to happen to other people, not us. And Americans have another factor working against us. We hate being told what to do. Our desire for personal freedom has helped create an amazing country, but it can cause us to be defiant when ordered by leaders to do something. And right now, following orders might just be what saves lives. Connecting the dots, I'm Janelle Bluta for H-Town Rush.
Janelle, thank you so much. And remember, you can find all the information you need about social distancing on our website. Just head to khou.com/coronavirus.
This morning, we are saying thank you to the nation's truck drivers who are keeping food supplies, everything on the store shelves stocked. We so appreciate you. But as we say thank you, there's one truck driver who has a message to all the folks who are stockpiling and panic buying. Stop.
If you got to buy stuff, don't do it every day. You want to do it on Monday and Friday, cool. You want to do it on Monday, Wednesday, that's cool. Don't got to be Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. You know, you got to stay home, let us catch up.
Hundreds of you had something to say about this when we shared his plea on our Facebook page. Lonnie says, I hope it teaches people to respect truckers instead of cursing them. He says people are finding out just how essential trucks are to this nation. And plenty of people commented about the panic buying as well. Annette's husband works in food management. She says this has been the most stressful time ever. Sylvia points out that it is wearing out the folks who are stocking the shelves as well. So just maybe tone it down a little bit. We're also hearing from truckers who say, no, we're fine. Darius says, no, we're loving the zero traffic. Jimmy says, you're never going to hear an old school truck driver complaining about working too much. And Joe says, the only thing we want is for you to move out of our way. So let us know, are you a truck driver? Share your experience, or maybe you have a message for the folks who are keeping all of those groceries coming in, all the supplies going to grocery stores. You can text us at 713-526-1111. While you're on your phones, texting away, let's send it over to Cheetah for the one thing you need to know.